Chairman is there. Chairman.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
finish with this one.
Yes.
Issue them out.
Tuanze ama tunangojea nyinyi mseme ndio? Yes, okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the place. We are here this evening to continue with our process of preparing for the 2022 general elections. Today we are going to issue our first batch of certificates to those who had no contestants, opponents, those who had just indicated their interest and they did not get any other person opposing them for the same positions. And this is a thing that we are happy to get to do now. We have been at this for a long time. We have had, like I've said before, we have had our National Elections Board in place. As we get into this final phase, it was also important for you to know or to get to familiarize yourself with the National Elections Board. We have our chairman with us, Bwana Wadeto. He will introduce the other members of the board in a short while, but they have been doing this behind the scenes for the longest time possible. We did not want to be rushed through it because we wanted to do it at our pace. This is just to indicate that we have started issuing the certificates, like I've said. We have many consensus building activities or exercises going on across the country. As we issue the certificates this evening to those who are with us today, it is also good to know that from tomorrow, the certificates will continue being issued from across the country, from our various branches. We will continue issuing others from here. We are also encouraging those who have not yet gotten to consensus to continue on that route. We said it before, I want to repeat again, that negotiated democracy has become part of our way of managing our political affairs. The negotiated democracy that we are involved in is that of consensus. And we believe that in the coming days, we will be able to register more and more consensus. Let me say that we have many panels made up of pastors, elders, eminent persons, almost at every county, who are helping us in the building of this consensus. but they are directly under the management of National Elections Board. So it is a process that is within the provisions of our constitution. And we want to thank those who have continued giving their time to this process. As you notice, this process has enabled the country to remain more peaceful even as we get very close to the general elections. Kenyans continue with their economic activities, their daily economic activities, because of the processes that we are going through, as opposed to there before, where we had approaches that were very tension-packed. It helps us in the stability of the country and in the peace, in ensuring that we remain in a peaceful environment. And for that reason, I want us to allow the chairman of our board to introduce the members of the board, even as we move to the next phase of now issuing certificates to those who will receive them today, just as a way of signifying that the process has been ongoing and we are now entering the final phase of identifying our candidates for the 2022 general elections. Chairman,
thank you, SG, and also thank you to the party leadership. We have an able team at the National Elections Board. I'll just introduce some of them. We have Felistas Kashu, Salio Moto, we have Josephine, who is also here with us. We also have other members of the board who are attending and observing the consensus panels that are currently ongoing. And we want to confirm that we have been at work. We have complied with the regulations and the laws that have been set by the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties. We submitted our membership register on the 26th of March. We submitted our membership register and our list of aspirants to the IEBC on the 9th of April. So we want to confirm that we have been at work. And we also want to confirm that, as the SG has pointed out, that we continue to observe the consensus that is ongoing, and we are guided by the party constitution and our nomination rules. And I think the other updates will come as the nomination process continues. Thank you very much.
It is also good to recognize that we have quite a number of members of the NEC with us. We have the chairman of the NEC behind me here. We have the director of elections here, Bwana Kanini, and we also have other members who have decided to be among others. We have our legal director there, we have our executive director, Kule Beleni, we have the deputy director of elections here, Mheshimiwa Nyamai, and I am trying to look at others who have decided to hide. So we are all here and we are happy. This is a happy moment. I want the chairman now to call out the persons he wants us to present certificates to. How did you want us to do it? So that we can continue.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe naweza sema tu kwa Kiswahili. Niseme kwamba sisi kama kamati ambayo inaelekeza uchaguzi, leo tuko na furaha kwa sababu ni siku ya kwanza ambayo tutakuwa tunatoa cheti kwa wale ambao watapeperusha bendera ya chama chetu cha Jubilee, na tunafurahia kwa sababu wale ambao siku ya leo wanapewa cheti hiki ama cheti hichi ni wale ama cheti hii vyeti hivi ni wale ambao hawajapingwa na mtu yeyote, wale ambao walijisajili hapa na hawakupata wapinzani hata mmoja. Lakini pia niwape imani kwamba wale wengine ambao labda wamepingwa na wengine hapa na pale, kuna yale mazungumzo ambayo inaendelea, na tunajua kwamba hivi karibuni wote tutakuwa na maafikiano hivi kwamba tutakuwa na wale ambao watapeperusha bendera yetu ifikapo tarehe 22 kama ilivyowekwa katika sheria zetu. Asante.
So you call it, I'll present it.
You call them out, huh?
Call them out.
So we have Honorable...
Kuja hapo.
Yeah?
Anza na wale ambao wanapata.
Okay. So we have Honorable Joel Amenya Ayeni.
Kuja pale mbele. This is vying for the position of
National Assembly. National Assembly Kurasai North.
yes. Yeah.
So we... Okay.
Endelea.
Okay. So we have Honorable Rachel Nyamai, Honorable Michael Malinga Mbito, Honorable Mwanzia Charles Chalo, Honorable Motava Japheth Motie, Honorable Mwikia Tony Makao, Honorable Madhina Alina Ndululu, Honorable Ikombe Nzwili Mutonyi, Honorable Kathila Masi Wamboi, Honorable Munyambu Zakari Waweru, Honorable Bogwa Peter Kenyanjui, Honorable Bogwa Peter Gateru, Honorable Nganga John Wakabi, and then we have Nduva Sami, Michael Wambua Musyoki, Anthony Masharia Kemani, Mureithi Warutere, Mutua Isaac Motie.
Soga kidogo hivi. So that we are able to do it.
Oh.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Soga nyuma
Somebody should be
kidogo.
reading.
Soga nyuma hapo kidogo.
Okay.
Sorry. This is Joel Amenya. Joel Amenya ni nani? Joel Amenya. The first certificate goes to Joel Amenya. Vying for the constituency Kurusoi North, Nakuru County. Yes. Mwingine ni
Rachel Nyamai.
Aha. Our deputy director Mheshimiwa Rachel Nyamai, Kitui South constituency. Billy candidate. Thank you so much.
Isaac Mutua.
Isaac Mutua.
Mutie.
Isaac Mutie. Vizuri kuitoa. Member of the County Assembly, Machakos County, Wamunyu Ward. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Angalia kule. Yes.
Michael Wambua.
Michael Abua. Michael Abua Musyoki. Matu Ward, Machakos County. Asante sana. Ngoja kidogo. Michael Mulinga Bito, Support Constituency, Trans Nzoia County. Charles Chalo Mwanzia, Athi River Ward, Mafoko Constituency, Machakos County. Asante sana. Thank you so much.
Japheth Motie.
Chairman, kuja endelea.
Japheth Motie.
Japheth Motie.
You can read which.
Japheth Motie Mutava, Machakos County, Kioni Ward. Congratulations.
Tony Makao. Tony
Makao, Mwikia, Machakos Town Constituency, Machakos Central Ward.
Alina Dululu. Alina. Alina Dululu.
Yeah, Chairman, introduce you.
Ya Alina Dululu Mateka. Kieleni Matungulu Machakos.
Mutonyi Nzwili. Mutonyi Nzwili. Ikombe yata. Kule Mayakos. Kabisa. Mayakos kabisa. Masi Wamboi in Kiambu.
Masi Wamboi, Katela, that is Githeka, Githunguri. Wacha hapa nikuje upatiane.
Zakare.
Hapana nakusomea. Wewe hapo. Zakari Waweru Munyambu. Javan.
Congratulations and all the best.
Peter Kenyanjui. Peter Kenyanjui?
Yes.
Sawa.
Peter Kinyanjui, Bari, Kirenga Ward. Bari constituency, Kiambu County.
Steven Gateru. Angalia goja. Steven Gateru. Peter Mureithi wa Rutere. Roy Sabu. That's my MCA. Chikiria. Rutere.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my MCA.
Thank you.
Then John Wakabi, Nganga.
Oh, we need the name. Mambo. Well done. Finally.
Same Duva. Sawa dai. Then Kashu nawe Michael Wambua. Omoto. Sali Omoto. Michael Wambua. Huh? Oh. Okay. Sawa. Then Anthony Macharia. Kimani.
Let me say two things. Let me just I need to say something.
Not conclude.
As we continue with this exercise, it is important that we say the following. One, we know that our opponents are trying everything possible to intervene or to interfere with what we are doing, and perhaps influence the outcome of our consensus building in a manner that they think they can benefit eventually. My caution goes to our own candidates or aspirants. Ensure that you are not working with our opponents. If it is clear that our opponents are campaigning for you, it can only be because you are one of the weaker candidates in our panel. Avoid it. We have many moles that are trying to work to make our exercises or our exercise perhaps not achieve what we want to achieve. Secondly, we belong to the Azimio coalition. We do not want any of our candidates campaigning for any other formation other than Azimio. If we get the information that you are doing it, you are campaigning for other formations other than Azimio, we will recall the certificate. We do not want cowards in our groups. We have a clear mind as to what we want to achieve. We know where we are going and how we are going to get there. So if you have any doubts in your mind, do not come for the certificate if you don't think you want to campaign for the Azimio team. But it's also good to let everybody know that we have our arbitration committee in place, just in case somebody thinks that he needs to make use of that committee. I don't think it is where you want to go. But we also have the disciplinary committee in place in the event that any of our candidates decides to do things outside of what is expected of them. Wahayo mengi, asanteni sana. Thank you.